Apocalypse Gaming.
For a simple video, this is taking forever. I keep mucking it up. Anyway, let's try this again. What I've got here for you guys is our latest purchase. We've bought ourselves a new pin vise. It's a heavy duty pin vise from 0 to 5mm. So it can take larger than what our normal pin vises can take. The GW one, the generic one that I've got here just to show you in a comparison size so you can see the difference in the actual size of the tool. These take up to 2 point something or 3mm drill bit, so they don't take up to a huge size drill bit. Well, I wouldn't call that a huge size, but for the scale we're operating at anyway, it is. But when you're magnetising, you sometimes need something a bit bigger because we use 4mm and 5mm diameter magnets. We also use 2mm as well, but only 1mm depth. So if you're actually trying to drill into your miniature, you sometimes want to go in not very far. If it's only 1mm depth, you're really wanting to go down, and your Dremel can be serious overkill for trying to do that. So wanted something that could A, accommodate these drills, and also not mean you're doing it just by hand, because that's the way I've been doing it, and it hurts your fingers, but you can cope with it. But as you know, Nitro's got some issues with her disabilities, and we always try to find tools that make her life easier, and hey, it makes my life easier too, so I've got no problem hunting for them. And this is what I've come up with. Quite like it. It's not the cheapest of tools. Delivered it was £12.30 from these guys here, Red Rooster UK Limited. I got it from their eBay store rather than their online shop. Now the reason I did that is they appear to have the same tool across both places, eBay and their web shop. But the image for the one on eBay is this. The one on their web shop is one of those old cheap screwdriver handles, the ones that are almost square-like but with the circular cutouts around the four corners. You probably know the ones I mean, and if you don't, go and look at the shop and you'll see exactly what I mean, because it's coming in at the exact same price. It's the same people but a different handle. So this is the handle that would give Mithral the best grip rather than other ones. So this is the one we tried to get off him, and it's the one that arrived. Some issues with it. Let me pop this off just so you can have a wee look. Inside you can see the chuck mechanism. The chuck mechanism itself sometimes stays closed. Just from initial perceptions of when I'm playing with it. So I'll see if I can make that happen. So let's tighten this up and then bring the chuck mechanism so it's nice and tight, so you can see it closes really well. It would accommodate that to 0 size, but when I unscrew it, it's working properly this time. Maybe it's the extra oil I've put in it. But what had been happening is the chuck mechanism itself had been staying closed, but I found a dunk of pressure and the springs took over and it popped open. But the time that I wanted to show you on camera, the fail, is the time it works perfectly, but I have applied a bit of WD-40 to the springs in the hope that it was just needing that. Yeah, it's now opening perfectly, so maybe that WD-40 has been sitting on the springs is now helping it release. So if you do get that issue when yours arrives, you know how to solve it. So it's a hefty tool, it's really very front weighted. But it could be a useful tool for you if you don't want to go the overkill of a Dremel, and you're just wanting to do those smaller ones. As I say, it was primarily hunted down by us because we were looking for something to allow Mithral to continue to do the modelling rather than me take over and do the things for her. So if she can do it, she will do it. And by hand, it was just too sore and too fiddly for her dexterity for what she has. So check it out if it's something that's interesting to you. But I say I just thought I'd pop up a wee quick video because we have added a new tool and I've not really seen anybody else using something as substantial as this. Worst case scenario, it's a chip. But take care guys, all the best.